Hey, what's going on, fight fans? This is Sean with Boxing Socialist and Other Sports. And what are we here to talk about? My man, AB, Adrien Broner. The reason why we're bringing him up is because this week we're going to be seeing Adrien Broner's little brother, which is actually taller than him, his homeboy, his best friend, his champion, Robert Easter Jr. And Robert Easter Jr. will be facing none other than Mikey Garcia, one of the best 135-pound champs that we've seen in a while. Since the Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Shane Mosley days. Now you got, Mikey Garcia is one of the best. Robert Easter Jr., he's a champion. He's fought his way for a championship. Who else we have? Oh, you can't forget about Tank Davis. As a matter of fact, let me tweet this out real quick. I tweet this out. Where's my little tweet button? Yeah, right here. Set up Twitter, let people know that we streaming live. That ain't it. Ain't my stream here. Come on. Pull up while I'm streaming right now. Alright, that ain't it. I ain't worried about it right now. But yeah. And the reason why we're talking about this is the fight is coming up this week. And people have been asking me, wondering, can Adrien Broner help his little brother, Robert Easter Jr., defeat Mikey Garcia, being that he's already been in the ring with him? Some people feel that in that fight, that Broner can probably share some weaknesses that he might have saw. I don't know. What do y'all think? Is it possible? Is it possible? Let me go ahead and tweet this. Live stream. Hop on now. Give a little tweet real quick while we're waiting for everybody to come on and hop on. So what are some of y'all thoughts? I see I got some of y'all in here in the chat room. Is it possible that Adrien Broner might have some secrets that he can reveal to help Robert? I mean, look at that picture. Look at the. I think Mikey's like 5'6". And Robert Easter's like 5'11". Let me look at the stats. Let me look at some stats here. I got a little shade in the background. Let me readjust my lighting. See if my lighting helps at all. Readjust a little bit of lighting and stuff. I don't know if that's helping at all. I don't know, I'm not going to worry about too much. Okay, that looks a little bit better. There's a little lighting difficulty that was right there. Yeah, but let's look at these stats. Take a look at this. Mikey Garcia is 38-0, 30 knockouts. Robert Easter Jr. is 21-0, 14 knockouts. Both 135-pound fighters. But Mikey Garcia is only 5'6". Robert Easter Jr. is 5'11". 5 inches. That usually can play into a taller fighter's hand if he knows how to use his jab, his reach, and stay on the outside, and pivot and move and don't get caught on the inside. When you look at Mikey's reach, he got a 68-inch reach versus Robert Easter's 76. So here we have 8-inch reach on him as well. Both of them are orthodox fighters. Jab with the left, right hand. The age isn't really a big difference. I mean, Mikey is 30 years old, and Robert Easter is 27. So I would say Robert is in that. I think a lot of fighters come to that grown man strength around between 24 to 26 years old. I think that's pretty much as strong as they're going to get and have that man strength. Wow, what can I say? The only thing I can say is that he almost has, double the fight experience that Robert Easter has. So this fight is really going to be interesting. If you're going to go with the experience, then you're going to have to go with Mikey Garcia. But as the old saying goes, man, you can't count anybody out. You know, sometimes it only takes that one punch. And Robert, to me, has shown that he can actually take a good punch. Can he take Mikey Garcia's punch? I don't know. He might not. I don't know yet. But it will be on Showtime this week. And like I said, can AB be there? Will Adrien Broner be able to get inside the head of Mikey Garcia? You know, because I'm assuming that AB is going to be there and he's going to be all in Mikey's ear talking about Robert's going to put a spanking on you. That's my little brother. But on the flip side, I guess if I was Adrien Broner, I would feel kind of bad that my protege, my fighter underneath me, can beat you and I can't. Will that cause some discrepancies between Robert Easter and AB? I don't know. I can't wait to see that fight and see how it turns out. After this, man, if I'll put it like this, they both putting their belts on the line. I'll put it to you like this. If Mikey Garcia ends up beating Robert Easter and unifying the belts, he just needs to go to 140 and stay at 140 and end his career there. Now, we all know that Mikey Garcia has said a couple times this past week that he wants to fight Errol Spence at 147. And most ringside observers, most boxing experts feel that that's just, you're biting off a little bit more than you can chew. 140, if most people feel 140 is where you need to stay at, Mikey. 147 is just a little bit too much against the elite fighters. But I will say this. If he can pull it off, and if he can pull it off, man, just imagine that if Mikey Garcia moved to 147, beat Errol Spence. Where would that cement Errol Spence's legacy? Where would that put Mikey Garcia at? I got a little fade in the background. Let me see if I seem like it goes away when I got a little bit closer. Let me stay a little bit closer. Let me try to readjust my lighting a little bit more. Yeah, I think that helps. Yeah, I think that helps a lot. What do y'all think? Give me some feedback. I see y'all out there. Y'all on the live chat. Got a few people watching. Do y'all think that Robert Easter Jr. can pull off the upset? Man, this is strange. I know I'm not used to having y'all on here and y'all not talking, asking any questions. That's crazy. And likewise for Robert Easter Jr. If Robert Easter Jr. beats Mikey Garcia, where does that put Robert Easter at? Or as AB like to call him, Bunny. You know, I want to know where that whole bunny comes from. Tony Sampson, there we go. He can't beat Spence. He going to beat Easter. All right, Tony, tell me why or how do you think Mikey Garcia is going to beat Easter? Is it the experience? Is it the strength? What is it about Robert Easter that he hasn't proven to you that he can hang in there with Mikey Garcia? Ryan Speech. Possible for Thurman to come back to the top of 147? Man, who knows what's going on with Keith Thurman? Let me tell you something. Are you trying to say Keith Thurman? Thurman? If you're trying to say Thurman at 147, he has blown his opportunity, in my eyes, to be elite. Let me change my settings here. Let me get the that's not what I want. That's what I want. Man, Keith Thurman is just a disappointment. Is anybody else disappointed in Keith Thurman? Any one of y'all disappointed in Keith Thurman? I'll be straight, I am. I'm like beyond disappointed in Keith Thurman. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can up. There you go. So I can see what y'all are saying. Hey, what's going on, Brandon Norman? What's good? I'm good. Tony, if he goes to the cards, he's got the name and the judge is going to give him the decision. He the bigger star. Okay. You're right. He's the biggest star. Oh, yeah. I want to ask y'all real quick. How's my audio? Earlier, I had a setting turned off in my audio, and it was echoing and doubling and everything else. Somebody give me a okay or tell me how my audio is doing. No echo, no feedback, right? It should be good. Somebody give me some feedback real quick. It's great, Brandon Norman. Okay, great. Yeah, man, for the last couple of streams, man, my stuff was echoing and it was really bad, and I couldn't figure out what it was. It was a setting that wasn't checked. But yeah, listen, while I got my fans out here, listen, hit that super chat button. If you want to drop a couple dollars, $1 here, $2, $5, $10, you know how it is, that YouTube apocalypse, man, you know, put a whipping on our butts, man. But anyway, back to what we're saying with it's crazy, man. The 135-pound division. So let's take, after this fight, Mikey Garcia and Robert Easter, regardless of who wins. Who do y'all have if Mikey Garcia was to fight? All right, let me throw two other fighters out of there. If Mikey Garcia was to fight, I'm going to ask y'all this. We'll start with Mikey Garcia. If Mikey Garcia was to fight Tank Davis after this, who will win? And also after this, if Mikey Garcia was to fight Vasily Lomachenko at 135, who will win? So first, Mikey Garcia versus Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis, and then Lomachenko. Give me some feedback. I want to hear what y'all think. Make this a little bit bigger. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, I'm waiting for y'all. Give me some feedback. I want to know what y'all think. There we go. There you go. 38 looks good. I like that size. Yep. So Ryan, you got Mikey by split decision versus Tank. All right. And what do you think about Mikey Garcia versus Lomachenko at 135? Brandon Norman, I got you. Next time I usually drop Carcino 50s and 100s. I would do the same for you, bro. Man, I appreciate it, Brandon Norman. Listen, Carcino told me also, Brandon, he said, man, you've been a big supporter, and you really helped him out greatly, man. He always talks about, man, you being a solid brother. Yeah, Brandon, yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, that would really help, man, so I appreciate it. And I'll be looking for you to come on some more of my live chats. Listen, I'm going to be in Vegas this week. Not for boxing, but, you know, my daughter has some basketball tournaments. High school basketball tournament, so she's gonna be playing. So I'll be in Vegas. I'm gonna bring my laptop. I really want to bring my mic here because I really want to do some live stream while I'm in the hotel. So listen, tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, I'm gonna be doing some live streaming as well. What did y'all think about the Manny Pacquiao? Listen. Manny Pacquiao, Mikey Garcia, 140 pounds. I'm going to say it again. Mikey Garcia, because he's in his prime, versus Manny Pacquiao, 140 pounds. I want to hear y'all thoughts on that. Ryan, what did you say? Moving up is going to catch up to Loma. Mikey might be too much. Listen, Ryan, do you think, let me see if you, I'm going to check out your boxing knowledge here. Do you think Lomachenko is going to make the same mistake that Felix Trinidad did when he moved up and got beat by the execution of Bernard Hopkins? Man, because when I'm looking at Tito was running through that 147-pound division. Then he moved up to 154 and beat like William Joppy and I think it was Keith Holmes and I think it was David Reed at 154. And then he beat William Joppy at 160, I think. No, matter of fact, I think he beat William Joppy and Keith Holmes at 160. And then he ended up facing B-Hop at 160. Or were they 154? I forget what weight classes they were now. Let me see, Ryan's speech. I do think Tank put some heat on Mikey, though. Yeah, Tank's a pretty solid fighter, man. I don't think people give Gervonta Tank Davis the credit he really deserves. Ryan said, Manny's all hype right now. What do y'all think? All y'all that's in there. Is Manny all hype right now? Is he all hype? Let me take a look at something. Alright, I actually want to see some of the background. See how I'm not dropping down to 30. How about 20? That's a little bit better. I still want to be able to see the background. Hold on. Might drop it down to like 15, 12. There we go. That's better. Manny all hype right now. Alright, so you ain't falling for the Manny hype train, huh? I mean, is Lucas Matisse really washed up? Is he really that bad? All right, there you go. 5 is perfect. Tito was ill. Joppy at 154, and yes, same result. Weight class, there's a reason he should have respected B-Hop's reign. Yeah, B-Hop was the man. I can't take that away, man. You're right about that. B-Hop was the man. All right, so what else we got? I think I'm being interrupted right now during my live stream. Hold on. Give me a second, my fans. Let me see what my wife wants real quick. No. Alright, check this out. I love my wife to death. You ain't gonna believe what she interrupted me about. She came on here talking about, I got something on my phone, a text message, talking about we can win some lottery, or we in some lottery we won. I love my wife, man, but she's the only one that falls for stuff like that. Like, I don't even let her answer the phone when salesman calls. Because a month later, we'll have this bill for like $100, and I'm like, what is this? She was like, oh, well, they told me you can cancel it. Just try it for free for 30 days. I told her, I said, listen, you're not allowed to take no more phone calls from any salesman. Don't be believing anything about these emails about, hey, we're going to drop $20,000 in your bank account. Just give us your routing number. I tell her, stop falling for that. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. Okay, nobody else said anything after that. All right. What else y'all got? What other fights coming up that we have? Is it me, or am I the only one that's not interested in the Deontay Wilder Anthony Joshua negotiations? Like, I'm so through with that. Like, that is like water underneath the bridge now. It's like, I don't even want to hear Deontay Wilder versus AJ Anthony Joshua. It was like, it was such a mind game to, like, I'm burned out. Like, I wouldn't even want to see that fight now. I just wouldn't. Ryan, yeah. Berto versus Alexander. Andre Berto versus Devin Alexander. Somebody asked me about that fight before. Man, that's just, listen, that's a tough fight to pick because those guys are almost even. I mean, darn, I don't know what to say about them two. That's a 50-50 fight. I rarely call fights 50-50. But that Andre Berto versus Devin Alexander is a 50-50 fight. Joshua really ducks. Can't believe that. Listen, I couldn't believe it either. And listen, I'm just as shocked as you. Anthony Joshua, I had respect for him at first, but after all that crazy mess, man, I lost all respect for AJ Anthony Joshua. I really did. So Ryan, you got Alexander. Berto always lacked skill to me. But he's got that speed and that pop. We do have an orthodox fighter versus a southpaw. So that always makes for an interesting fight. I don't think Devin Alexander has the pop. I mean, he would truly have to beat him with speed. But the problem is Berto has just as much speed. I'm actually going to give Berto the edge. I'm going to have Berto 65-35. 65-35. I'm going to give Berto the edge. I think it's just a little bit more tougher. I think Alexander has the better combination, the better skill-wise. He just lacks the pop that really make people really respect him like he should. But yeah. Matter of fact, I don't even remember that fight. I know it's coming up like another month or two, right? Yo, let me throw this out there. I'm hearing reports that Floyd Mayweather done lost another fighter. I'm hearing that Floyd Mayweather has lost Jalen Love now. Jalen Love has parted ways with Mayweather Promotions, which is kind of crazy because Floyd Mayweather invested a lot in Jalen Love. No matter where he went around the world, he followed him. Floyd paid for a lot of the stuff for Jalen Love. If that is true, that's definitely the shocker. Out of everybody, I think Jalen Love would be the one that would be loyal and stick to Floyd out of all the fighters that he had. I mean, he really took him on his wing. I mean, took him on trip after trip, trip after trip. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. If that's the case, we might end up seeing Badu Jack versus Jalen Love scene. Oh, Peter Quillin fight. Peter Quillin. Man. Can Peter Quillin win that fight? Peter Quillin at 168. That's okay. August 4th for Berto. Okay. Let me look up something. Peter Quillin, he's how old is he now? 35 years old. 35. Let me see how old Jalen Love is now. 30. That fight is gonna be next. That fight's gonna be on the 4th, August 4th. So that fight is, man, that Jalen Love versus Peter Quillin fight. That's gonna be a tell-all fight. That's a fight that Jalen Love cannot afford to lose. Being that Peter Quillin is moving up to 168 to face Jalen Love. And Quillin sleeps the kid. Ryan, you think okay? Or you think Peter Quillin puts Jalen Love to sleep? I'm be honest, man. I'm still shocked to this day how easy Danny Jacobs beat and stopped Peter Quillin. Listen, after seeing that fight, I would have come straight out and rushed and attack Quillin to try to put him to sleep early. Don't let him build up no momentum. None of that. But that's definitely gonna be an interesting fight. Definitely. He's chinny. Well, Quillin showed a little bit of chin too when he got stopped by Danny Jacobs. Jacobs would never do that in a rematch. I don't listen. And then Danny Jacobs on the other side. Dude, I was completely shocked that he got dropped by Sergio Mora. And Sergio Mora has hardly any power. He can barely bust a grape. But I guess if you walk into a left hook with your guard down, I guess anybody can get dropped, right? Yeah, there's some pretty decent fights coming up that we're looking forward to. Definitely some pretty good fights. All right, man. We're not gonna stand here long. I just want to do a quick live chat. Just want to see what y'all thoughts were. Listen, man, I appreciate all y'all coming out And man, keep supporting your boy. Till next time, we sign.